Taking another look now at the financial impact of the COVID-19 pandemic amid reports that during the shutdowns, the U.S. economy shrank the most in recorded history. According to data from the U.S. Commerce Department, the nation's gross domestic product for last quarter plunged by an annual rate of more than 32%. That is the sharpest drop on record since 1947. Joining me now on Skype for more analysis is Joel Griffith, research fellow at the Heritage Foundation. Joel, welcome back. Always good to see you.
Hey, thank you for having me tonight.
So, Joel, that's really a staggering figure, but thankfully not as bad as many economists predicted. What's your take on today's numbers?
Well, this is the sharpest contraction in a single quarter that we have ever seen in our lifetime. This is historic and in a very bad way. And if you look at this, if you go down sector by sector to see where this has been the biggest impact, it is really falling on the service sector. You see some of these hotels, restaurants, bars, services in general. You're talking about a 40% plus contraction year over year. That is absolutely devastating. And that's devastating for the people that work there. It's also devastating for the business owners, a lot of them who are going belly up. And this should really be a wake-up call to our governors and mayors that we need to safely reopen, but we need to reopen as quickly as possible because this carnage is really a nightmare for so many people.
Yeah, and we continue to see just how much the economy and the pandemic really are connected. Last week marked the 19th straight week that more than 1 million people applied for unemployment, as Dunkin', McDonald's, and Starbucks have announced a combined closure of 1,400 locations across the country because of declining sales. Do you think this type of news increases pressure on Congress and the administration for more fiscal aid? And furthermore, do you think that more aid would be helpful?
Well, there's no doubt that this is being used as an excuse to spend more, but it would be absolutely unacceptable and imprudent and unwise for Congress to spend more in a non-targeted manner. No, we've already seen upwards of $3 trillion plus between government spending and between the Federal Reserve printing money that's been dispersed. And there's trillions more that have already been authorized that have not yet been dispersed. What we have right now, it's not an issue of people not having enough cash in their pockets. If you look at disposable income in this report surged by 40% on an annual basis. People are flush with cash overall because the government has been dispensing so much money, but it's in people's pockets. They're not allowed to spend it. And that's why you saw income go up as you saw consumption plummet because people they're not allowed to be out there. What we need is to reopen. We don't need more reckless spending. And unfortunately, both the proposal from the House and also from the Senate is filled with spending that ultimately is going to end up slowing our economic growth and runs the risk of a debt crisis.